We're back.
Oh my god, Hamlet! I just saw a fucking vampire!
Would Half-Life be better with vampires? Probably. Hello, Clem. Yes, you were absent from yesterday's Half-Life stream. You did not see me stop enjoying Half-Life. How is work? That's terrible, Clem. I was up today at a crisp 10:30. After going to bed at like 12:15. I was fucking tired, man. And one of the few joys I found in my life in the last few months has been going to sleep and not setting an alarm.
Hello, Freeman. I'm up here. Practice your long jump if you must, but hurry up.
Back from break, hard beer, tomorrow at the beach. Can't afford to. Throw up on children. Like, throw up on the children.
Hello, Freeman. I'm up here. Practice your long jump if you must, but hurry up.
So we got the long jump nodule at the end of the last session, and as I described it in the hazard course when they explained how to do everything, it's literally the Super Mario 64 long jump. Like, what you do is run, crouch, jump. So how do I get up there?
All right, I can open the portal now. The process is complicated, and once it's begun, I must not be interrupted, or I will have to start all over again. Don't enter the beam until I give the okay. Understood? I will begin.
I'm gonna hate this, aren't I? Wait, what the fuck do you mean you'll have to begin again? You're doing it on a computer.
Oh dear!
Uh-oh. Yeah, so like, I had various issues with Half-Life yesterday, and ended up like not really enjoying it anymore.
We're almost there, Freeman. Get yourself in position.
Why am I dead?
All right, I can open the portal now. The process is complicated, and once it's
Why did I
begun,
die?
I must not be interrupted, or I will have to start all over again. Don't enter the beam until I give the okay. Understood? I will begin.
Man, I don't know what I'm gonna pick for the next daylight shooting time after this, but it's gonna be something I know I enjoy. Too many, spend too much time with these games, I'm just not. God.
We're almost there, Freeman. Get yourself in position. Not yet, Freeman. It's ready. You must go now.
here we are. Everybody's favourite part of Half-Life, the one that everybody says is the worst.
Power 95%.
These platforms should move faster. I don't like this for several reasons. First off, I'm not entirely certain how far my long jump range is. Two, the movement is like really not good for platforming, and there's been so much platforming in this game. It's such a weird design decision. Well,
Major fracture detected.
yep, there's been so much platforming in this game. It's really odd considering how bad this movement is for platforming. Maybe I shouldn't have played this right after Turbo Overkill with its amazing control. And actually genuinely enjoyable platforming, of which it had a weird amount. Okay. And then there's the other thing that makes the platforming a really weird decision to have in this area. This area has different gravity. Like, it's not hugely different, but it's just off enough that if you've gotten used to the gravity so far in this, that it's going to, like, you've gotten used to the way jumps work in this, it's going to mess you up. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, we're in. And then my favourite part that I was aware of before we started is because, of course, I've seen Half-Life, but I've not played it. The pools of energy that very slowly refill your health. Which makes it incredibly likely that there's probably no health packs after this now. Oh no, there's one. Hidden. Where am I going? Here? Oh, I don't like the clock. That's all. Are we doing something, butterflies? God damn it. I don't even know what I've accomplished. Not even the way forward. We're going the wrong way. There's something else. That's where the health kit is. What is it that I'm doing? Platforms underneath. Stop that. Been here for 10 minutes and I already hit. You know what? I don't have hours of my life to waste Still 4 more chapters. Use. Maybe I would have figured this out yesterday while I was still playing it. I don't know. For whatever reason, the idea of using items did not cross my mind. Man, I wish Clem was here to see this part. Do I have to kill this, or can I just leave? I have to shoot it. Hey, how you doing, Star? I feel like Valve knew exactly what they were doing when they made this, especially when they called it the Gonarch. Annoying tiny head crabs. Where do you shoot it? In its gonarch. You know what? My favourite thing in this game has been how often I've gotten stuck on the environment. How you doing, Star? Are you done? Nope. Should have been, yeah. Oh no, I would never do that, Star. You're gonna castrate it. If I can avoid using my big weapons, I will. Seriously though, Gonarch? And he's got that massive swinging ball sack? Come on. So, Star, do you have a shooter you'd like to see after this? I'm playing Shotgun Mario 64. Fuck off. What? Is that supposed to happen? I don't assume though. I could happily never see a headcrab ever again. Oh god. Do you mind? Well, I'm now fucking angry. Why? Because of the worsened platforming physics, the repetitive nature of those bots, the fact that the environment is even more shoddily designed than the rest of it, so you keep getting caught up on the environment more so the fact this thing keeps on spawning these tiny headcrab babies that are just really annoying. You do? Well, hopefully I will too. Once again, getting the environment. There's the fact this floor looks like a mesh that you could walk on, but you can't, you just fall through it. I am so tired of bull crap, I have no idea. So do you guys not get Easter Monday as a bank holiday? Or I guess you guys would call them national holidays, maybe? traps. Why is there always more? Oh boy, mandatory damage.
Detected.
Why can't I move? Yeah, tell me this is one of the best games of all time. Yeah, Clinton's also at work, and I'm like, what an odd thing. Game is fucking trash. Oh yeah, here comes the mandatory damage.
Major connection detected.
Hey, Ghana. I also hate how these things are so hard to see a lot of the time. There's so many of them, and I cannot see them. Would I have enjoyed this more if I played this back in the day? I wouldn't have, because like, we've had so many games that I enjoyed because I played back in the day, and then I played them again on stream. Oh boy, I hope it's scripted. Oh, there it is. How you doing, Ghana? Right. Just woke up. Nice. Got it. Come hang out with me. I appreciate that. Well, no more ammo out of that, so let's not waste it. Not down there. Alright, now let's figure out what we're doing. I don't think this was it. Oh, maybe it was. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Yeah, I don't think I like this game. Are we getting sent into the sky or what? Why does it feel like half the goddamn sound in this game just isn't working? Okay. I mean, it's a possibility that's crossed my mind, but they updated this for the 25th anniversary, and the last time it was patched was in 2024. Alright, healing juice. So my thought would be that they finished patching it for modern systems, and that it's fine. Even beyond that, this design decisions here, like just how frequently you're expected to find holes in the architecture to just go through. Like that happened 3 times during surface tension, where you just had to find the holes in the architecture that the developers wanted you to go through. And of course this here. And it's a shame because, like, the game does start really well. The scripting of it is really interesting. It does some really cool ideas. It's very clearly focused on establishing a world.
Hazardous chemical detected.
And I respect that. Like, somewhere along the line, it just stopped being enjoyable to play. And I think a big part of it was... the helicopter chase, sure. I feel like that could have been done better, but it was 98. And then so much time after that being specifically spent dealing with the alien soldiers. With the homing guns that were so goddamn tanky. And had homing guns. We going up? Be here, do I? I also really don't appreciate mandatory damage in any video game. See if we can figure out where I'm going. Presumably there. Like, maybe I should have played it on PS2 where it would have had to work to begin with. Though that itself is no guarantee that it'd be a good version. Can't believe I made that. Hopefully this will take me closer now. I don't know, with something like this, that's so well regarded, especially by people I do actually respect, like, I feel bad for not liking it. Even if I feel my reasons for not liking it are actually very legitimate. Look, I appreciate that somebody's trying to talk to me. You're going to have to be louder. This game doesn't have subtitles. Great, another one of these fuckers. Oh no, I mean the entire game. Like, I'm not just talking about Zen on its own, I'm talking about the entire game. Like, I think it starts cool, and when it's doing set pieces, I think they're generally really interesting and creative. I think the game overall stopped being fun quite a while ago. Even before Zen. And I'm bringing these fuckers back as well. These things that I've absolutely grown to despise. Yeah, but I agree with you on RE7 though. I think conceptually it's pretty interesting. The story's one of the better Resident Evil stories. I think the actual gameplay itself is not. Like, with these guys, their attacks that home in, and my immediate thought to compare them to is the Revenants in Doom. And like, the Revenants in Doom, the amount of homing their rockets are capable of is insane. But you also move really quickly and really smoothly in them. In this, it feels like you don't. And the more complex environments mean you're way more prone to getting caught on them. I also just don't like being, like, complaining all the time. And I feel like I do that a lot. There we go. Alright, let's head on. Really was not interested in seeing one of these things again. Like, if you remember, I didn't even kill the last one.
Power 60%.
No, I'll play RE9 myself, and I love how I got stuck on stuff and then immediately died there. I'll play RE9 myself and see what I think of it. Who knows, I might actually agree with you on that stuff. I think the interesting one that people probably wouldn't expect of me is the way I absolutely disagreed with the consensus on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like, I played through that and came out of it really despising it. I appreciate you not bringing up the specifics, though. I do intend to play it before the year is out, though, so you won't have to wait too long. Not like Clem had to wait over a year, for my opinion, on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because I was doing the year of PlayStation when it came out. Oh boy, did I surprise Clem with that. I feel like part of the weakness this game has in its late stages is the repetition of set pieces. Like, Last Pit, sure, it's interesting once. The fact that this seems to be like the 4th time we've encountered these things. Like, way less interesting. Honestly, kind of tiresome.
Power 60%.
I appreciate being shot around corners. Why doesn't this game have subtitles? Like, it's such a wild idea to me that they went out, like, Valve went out and redid so much of this game for the 25th anniversary, made this the definitive release of it, completely wiped out the idea that they previously had that Half-Life Source would be the best way to play it. Added controller support as wonky as it is. Didn't add subtitles. So the greatest game ever, one of the greatest games of all time, yada yada, is still something that a significant portion of the population cannot appreciate. And it's weird as well, because you think about like all the other Valve games that you might think of. Going up now. And how they all have subtitles. Like, you think about Left 4 Dead, and how Left 4 Dead has closed captioning for the special infected, specifically so that you don't get left out if you can't hear them. I should do a Left 4 Dead co-op stream with some of the boys. Figure out who I'd have on that group. Probably a bunch of people. I mean, who at this point has a PC and doesn't own Left 4 Dead 2? Out the goddamn water. Why is that always so hard? Leave me alone. Alright. Let's go kill them all. You know, there is something seriously satisfying about that. The way they hover in the air looking like they're all Zen and stuff. Zen. And then you just shoot them twice and they fall down like nothing.
15%.
I wonder if that would take me up or if it'd kill me. Oh, there's no actual hole there, it wouldn't take me anyway. Oh, the fucker just told me to die. Sounds like Timmy's skin. Yeah, replace the noise they make with Timmy. That's a good call, Star. You know, considering how important modding is to Half-Life's entire history, do you think it's weird that this 25th anniversary update doesn't have Steam Workshop support? Oh man, you know what I should play? Like, When did I make the cutoff point from my idea of modern versus classic shooters? Oh, I'm almost dead. No, I'm not jumping down there. Because I should absolutely do the original Prey. That'll be one to check out, like, did he get hit with a copyright strike? Because that opening has unskippable Blue Oyster Cult. I'd like some ammo for my good weapons, please. Like, they keep giving me rockets, and it's like, you know, rockets are like really not all that useful most of the time. Where am I going? Why is it every time I turn around there's more that I've apparently missed? Shit. How was that last healing pool or something? Down here. There we go. Alright. Yeah, it's a real shame you can't even buy the original Prey anymore. Unless you have an Xbox. Like, at least it is available on Xbox. But it's a shame that you can't get it on PC, though. I think Bethesda owns that now. Studio that made it, doesn't it? Big save. So what did I come over here for, though? Can I break these? Okay then. Oh, that worked. But I am running out of ammo for my good weapons. God, it's still going. That's interesting. Is that healing me by like 1.5 points per tick? Hmm. I can't even say this is worse than anything following it, because I've been getting so much of it.
Critical.
Health pack. No, I'm not going back out there. Alright, something. How do you? We're at the top of this. Where am I going? Oh yay, 20 shots. There. Go fuck yourself. So much of this is nonsense right now. Two kinds of enemies with common attacks. One with an attack that's basically an instant. I still don't know where the fuck I'm even going. Those things just continually spawning in. maybe that'll get me some breathing. Okay, that one goes further on. That's got to be my goal. Why is there just always more? Go, come on. Right. It's amazing to me how often these platforms have not. Oh, God. This controls like shit. Like, this is some of the worst platforming I've ever had to do. on the fucking platform. I don't think this game understands what momentum is. Okay, so we're definitely aiming for the crystal.
Vital signs critical.
Okay. Something else around here? Oh. Oh. because that's reasonable, isn't it? Just have them suddenly spawned in here. There's an ad, we're gonna run the ad. We're back.
Failure.
Yep. Okay, I know its head is supposed to open up now so I can shoot it. Why?
Warning. Vital signs critical. Power 15%. Power 30%. Power 45%.
So I'm going to assume that the scripting calls for me to be hit by one of the teleporter beams every time I break a crystal. And I was only hit by 2 when I broke 3 crystals, and that's why this has happened. So hopefully when we get back this time, we can finally start the end of the boss. I'll land without hurting myself. Okay, that's not fair, because there's nothing I can fucking do about that. Open your stupid fucking head.
Major fracture detected.
I love it when these things just don't work 90% of the time. Wonderful.
Medical attention.
Right, so what the IGN guy didn't say is that I have to shoot him first, which is what I suspected.
Mission depleted.
Can we do this?
Major fracture detected. Mission depleted.
You stupid fucking hole. The greatest game of all time, I was told. This isn't even the greatest game. Resident Evil 2 is bad. So fucking close to just quitting this game. Only the worst bosses need ads. And the worst part about this is, like, even as I'm dying repeatedly, I'm really just bored. Like, it's not an exciting or engaging boss. It's the worst kind of boss. It's fucking boring. What is the hitbox on those? Who knows? Why am I even still doing this? This isn't done in the next 25 minutes, then I'm not playing anymore in this game. The final boss, it shouldn't be this fucking... Boy, I love teleporting into an arena and immediately being shot. Always my favourite thing. The fact that the teleport attack can just immediately kill you because the physics are so fucking garbage is one of the stupidest things. Why did I just go through its head? Stuck in its head. That was Half-Life.
Gordon Freeman in the flesh. Or rather, in the hazard suit. I took the liberty of relieving you of your weapons. Most of them were government property. As for the suit, I think you've earned it. The border world, Zen, is in our control for the time being, thanks to you. Quite a nasty piece of work you managed over there. I am impressed. That's why I'm here, Mr. Freeman. I have
Dr.
recommended
Freeman.
your services to my employers. And they have authorized me to offer you a job. They agree with me that you have limitless potential. You've proved yourself a decisive man, so I don't expect you'll have any trouble deciding what to do. If you're interested, just step into the portal, and I will take that as a yes. Otherwise, well, I can offer you a battle you have no chance of winning. Rather an anticlimax. Time to choose. It's time to choose. Well, it looks like we won't be working together. No regrets, Mr. Freeman. Wisely done, Mr. Freeman. I will see you up ahead.
And that's Half-Life. I did not enjoy that. I don't think there's really a whole lot else to say. I really didn't end up enjoying that past the halfway point. That final boss was absolutely awful. I think the Zen, for the most part, wasn't that much worse than a lot of the game that preceded it. It was really just more shoot at tanky enemies until they die. Introduce those flying baby things that home in were just annoying. But at the end of the day, they were another tanky enemy with homing attacks, like the grunts. So, stars we need to go on. That final boss. That final boss is one of the worst final bosses I've ever encountered. I don't know, like, how much of my problem with this would have been, like, whatever issues there is in this particular version versus, like, would I have enjoyed this if I'd played it at the time when I don't know. It's another game that's critically acclaimed that I've played and not really enjoyed, so we can add it to the list. Thanks for being here, Star. I appreciate it. I need to decide like what the next shooter's going to be because I've been saying like I'll tell you guys what I'm doing next at the end of the session. I'm gonna say I am your beast. We'll do I am your beast next. So the next daylight shooting time will be I am your beast. The next classic shooter after this, I'm not sure. I need to decide like exactly where the cutoff point for classic versus modern is. Because I said before, like 2015 maybe, but that puts stuff like Prey, the original Prey, in classic category. That puts like pretty much all of the Call of Duties I'd be willing to play into the classics section. I need to work out exactly what I want to label as classic and modern. But I Am Your Beast, it's a game I picked up during the Steam Spring Sale that looked really interesting to me. So we're going to play that. Half-Life. I'm frustrated that I've been so annoyed by this. Uh, we should be back later today with more Final Fantasy V. The History of Stylish Action begins on Sunday. We'll be playing Devil May Cry to begin that. It's a project I've been talking about doing for literally years now. We're going through what I consider games that, if like created, defined, and refined the idea of stylish action. There are some games on that list that will most definitely surprise you. And there are some games on that list that will not. But I think the real value of the history of stylish action is that every single one of those games is in. And Next Daylight Shooting will be a classic, will be a modern shooter, which we will be doing I Am Your Beast. So I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Clem, Kana, and Star, thank you so much for joining. Again, we'll be back later today with Final Fantasy V. I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, we were about to go into the forest, and I did some off-stream grinding for that. So that should be frustrating because I know the forest has one of the worst bosses of the game. So look forward to that. That should be fun. But in the meantime, let's have one more sound alert. And with that, there's not really anything else to say except thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day. We'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.